You're watching the ABM Video Network. Business information at work, online, on demand, and on the money. And on your desktop every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Hi, I'm Mark Flythe, and thanks for watching. Today, we're coming to you from 3 World Financial Center for a conversation with Paul Dunay, the Director of Global Integrated Marketing for technology and management consulting company BearingPoint. Effective integrated marketing strategies are critical, and custom content and custom media solutions tailored to target specialized needs or niche audiences are emerging as a critical component of that marketing mix. To help us make sense of what that means for the B2B space, we're privileged to talk with Paul. Let's take a look. Thanks for joining us, Paul. We appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Clearly, B2B marketers are facing some real challenges trying to figure out how to monetize some of the array of new media platforms. What are some of the things keeping B2B marketers up at night?
I just think the array of things that are available to a B2B marketer are just outstanding now. I think there's never been a more exciting time to be a B2B marketer because things have changed dramatically. I think a lot of B2B marketers have shifted their games from just straight awareness or straight lead gen to being thought leaders in the space, right? Which pulls a little bit on content and requires you to have a better content game. I think you've got a number of channels that have been exploding, all the Web 2.0 stuff, which is actually really nice for creating a thought leader in the space, right? So if your firm is trying to move down that channel and move into that general arena, all of these channels can work for you in some way, shape, or form. And then from an integrated perspective, it's challenging about how do you sequence them, how do you time them, how do you, what's the cadence of your program and how it rolls out. So I don't know if they're being kept up late at night thinking about these things, but I think they are certainly being challenged and experimenting with them more.
How would you define reputation management for those unfamiliar with the term, and how does it differ from brand management?
Reputation management online is becoming a sort of a serious issue, right? I mean, if you do a search for yourself or your brand online under Google, you're going to get some results, right? And naturally, the stuff that gets hit the most from either bloggers or just people linking to it is going to bubble up to the top. And that has an interesting impact on your brand, right? So I look at those two things as two different sides of a coin, right? Brand management is the way you're positioning yourself in the marketplace, the way you're asserting yourself, the position you have and how you're going about saying that. And reputation is what people are saying about you, right? It's a very different side of that coin. How ready are you for a reputation crisis, a reputation disaster? Most people said not, less than 20%. And that's what I think is the most important part. Now, are people listening? Are people monitoring? Are people watching? Yes. Are they using sophisticated tools? No. Am I using sophisticated tools? No, right? I mean, we're all sort of getting that good base of listening of what's going on. What are people saying about us on the blogosphere? What are people saying about us, on YouTube? What are people saying about us in different forums? And it's not easy to get all that information.
How does custom content or custom media fit into the 3 main platforms, magazines, online, and face-to-face events through which most B2B media is delivered today?
For us, it's the beginning of a whole integrated program that usually culminates with some sort of an event, right? So we look at it as, let's look at the front end, let's understand what the needs are, let's customize our piece to sort of talk about those needs, and then if we really see a need to go to a full-blown event, we'll do that 30, 45 days out, right? If it's not pulling, it's kind of almost like a gated process, because if it's not pulling, we're not going to necessarily do the event.
You're one of the featured panelists taking part in ABM's B2B Leaders in Content, our custom media breakfast next week. Can you give us a little sense of what you're going to share with that audience?
I want to give them the full picture of how we've done it, from start to finish. What were the challenges? What were the ways in which we've opened up the company to a larger conversation, gotten some of the user-generated content to begin to flow into our program so that, we're getting an uplift from that. And then how are we measuring that too is another important piece that I want people to be able to see.
Paul is one of our featured panelists at the ABM's Custom Media Breakfast, B2B Leaders in Content, taking place next Wednesday morning, July 16th at the Scandinavia House in New York. For more details or to register online, just visit www.americanbusinessmedia.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.